Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to Living 757. Glad you guys have joined us once again. Hey, ladies. How y'all doing?
We're glad you joined us.
Nice to meet you. Welcome back.
Yeah,
Who are you?
Yeah, well, I'm
Quincy's
Quincy.
back.
Okay.
We're glad you're here.
Well, you know what? I am here, full and in flesh. Like I got my nice blazer
I see.
on.
What is your
like,
bling bling? I don't see
you
no
know what?
bling
I
bling
left
today.
all of that. You know
Okay.
what? I've been trying to get back to work, and I left all
That
my
happens
stuff.
when you are away for so long and you
Yes.
just forget about everything.
Yes.
Do you still have sea legs?
No. I'm good.
Nope.
I'm good. I'm able to walk, but I am happy to be back on land. I can tell you ladies this because being out at sea, this was probably the longest contract I'd ever done over the summer period. But I'm happy to be back because I missed a lot of the summer games. So just to be back on land, I was able to see stuff via social media, but when I got back, I was able to catch the final week of it. And
Yes.
it was amazing.
We have an amazing past week about summer games.
Yeah.
You missed it all?
Yeah,
I can't
yeah.
believe that.
I miss all of that
Oh my
from the
gosh, no.
like the rugby thing. Like these girls
Yes.
were good. These girls could have played for the Washington Commanders. I promise you. That's how
Yes.
tough these girls
Yes.
were.
Do you watch Simone Biles? She came back
Wait,
stronger
whoa,
than
whoa,
ever
whoa,
before.
wait. I'm not going to let Quincy try to cut me down while taking credit for his wife's joke.
Oh man, she did say
She
that. joke.
posted that on Facebook.
Well,
She
well,
did.
yeah, but they didn't know that. Why can I just live
You
a little
cannot
bit?
do that.
I am
Yes,
so sorry.
he's a
Sabrina.
comedian. You
be
can't
so,
say that.
You
So
can't
now-
be so mean to my
You know,
team.
sometimes jokes just write themselves, and she wrote that for me. Thank you.
Sometimes.
I
Thank you.
appreciate you. Yeah, but
Behind every man, there is a great woman. We love you, Sabrina.
you know what? I say beside every good man, there's two great women. How about that?
Yes.
Hey, am
Now
I
you
back
got
in
it.
y'all good graces now?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, and you were talking about something too, like the history America made, right?
Oh, yeah. So America became the first country in the games to win 3,000 medals. total.
Wow.
In history.
Yeah.
3,000 medals.
Yeah.
All-
And-
yes.
And that's since the beginning of the games,
Right.
like way back in the
Yeah.
day. We're the first ones to hit that 3,000.
I wonder who was the athlete that was number 3,000?
Number 3,000. Oh, that is a good question.
Yeah.
Like, we
That's a
should
good
find out
question.
that.
Yeah. That's
Yes.
something that we should probably find out. But you
For
know
the
what?
viewers, this is a homework for the viewers.
if-
If they know,
if
they
I
can
had
just
to
send it to
guess,
us.
it's one of two athletes.
Yeah.
It's either Simone Biles or Katie Ledecky.
Hey,
Yes, I have to be
either
Simone
way,
Biles.
One or the other.
congratulations.
That'd be my
Yes.
bet.
Go USA. Cool.
Yes.
I'm just happy to be back.
USA.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm talking to you. She said, yeah.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Another fun thing to do is, do either of you have a membership to the zoo?
No, I don't.
No.
I
You
do
don't?
not. No.
Okay, well, how about the YMCA?
Oh, I got that. Yeah.
Oh,
no.
you do?
Okay, so,
this
something
is for
cool
Quincy.
that they're doing is they're doing a membership swap this month. So you have a Y membership, you also, for the month of August, have a Zoo membership. If you got
Really?
a Zoo membership, you also have a Y membership. So what I'm hearing is, I have a Zoo membership, you have a Y membership, now
Yeah.
we can all go together.
Yeah,
Yes.
we can definitely go together, and I thought I was going to have to hook you up the way you've always hooked us up with your Disney Plus account. Yes.
She's like,
You know, I am such a snitch. You know what? Everybody is done. I don't
they're going to remove it. From
You're going to take everybody off. You know what? I'm doing the best I can in life. Thank you so
Yes,
much.
but it
Now-
was a nice news for the YMCA and the zoo. Yep.
Yeah. Now, you know, for the kids and the parents out there, also keep this in mind. In Virginia Beach, the back to school fair is happening August the 17th. You guys want to get out there, okay? And over 100 youths of serving the organizations, and we got agencies, and we got so many cool things, family-friendly entertainment, presentations, things of that nature is going to be going down. Back to school is starting
Oh
a
my
little bit
God.
sooner this year in the
Yes.
area.
I can't
than it
believe
has
that
in
we
the
are
past,
already
so-
talking about back to school.
Yeah, because
Summer
normally
is
it's
almost
after
over.
Labor Day.
Right,
Yep,
but
but
this
right
year
after.
it's
A
before.
week and a half
It's a-
before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
so-
right after. And another great news, you know that we have so many local artists here in Virginia. And this time we have the pleasure to have Roberta Lee with us. I don't know, it was like a couple months ago. And she is highlighting Virginia Beach, actually the ocean front, on her new music video. There you go, look at her. She is amazing, she looks beautiful. She's a country
that.
music and R&B singer, native from Norfolk, Virginia. Now she is making this great step and putting ocean front on her music video. I love it. no?
Yeah. Now that's how you
Something in the
represent.
water is there.
Yeah, that's how you
I love it.
represent the 757.
Yes.
In fact, outside of that level of entertainment, you guys can also catch some laughs with the Quality Comedy series. That's-
Daddy, jump.
That's right, fellas and ladies out there. If you guys enjoy some good laughs, some clean adult laughs, you can meet me in the comics at Dave & Buster's on the 15th of August. That's a Thursday night where we bring the laughs, the games, and the fun. And this month's Quality Comedy Spotlight is shining on the headliner who's coming. Her name is GL Douglas. She is entertaining adults at night,
Yes.
and then she keeps your kids focused with lesson plans in school. What a combination. Let's welcome all the way from New Jersey, GL Douglas. What's happening, GL? How you
welcome
doing?
to the show. Woo. How are you?
Hey, hold up now.
Thank you for having me.
Well, we appreciate you. Now, we sometimes catch comics in different odd positions, but you in your car. Like, where exactly are you? Are you driving
Yeah, I'm
somewhere?
in my car because my kids are at camp, and so they just waiting for me. You know, I'm probably gonna incur a late fee, which, by the way, camp is ridiculously expensive, $535 a week, and they're probably charging me about $10 a minute. But that's okay. Let's do this interview.
You know what? That's how they do get over, but really quick. Like, you know, the last time I seen you, you weren't even a mother yet. Like, this has been over 10 years, so now you're a mother. You're off in between, you know, like for summer break because you teach, but you're doing the comedy. So how has your summer been overall?
My summer has been amazing. I have been doing massive amount of shows. I was actually on a cruise ship as well,
Nice.
working, not like you, but I just did a night or two, and just trying to be a mother. And everybody's like, well, you're a mom and you're a teacher. Why do you send your kids to camp? And camp is expensive, but peace of mind is priceless. So they're going.
I love that one.
Yeah, these two
Amen.
definitely know about that.
Yeah, she knows what she's talking about.
Yes. How old are your little ones?
Yeah, they are 5 and 7, and I'm 45. I should be somebody's grandmother right now, but
Hey, well, you doing it, GL.
You
Now,
look great. You
I
look
hear
great.
that you produced
Thank
your
you.
own comedy tour this summer, and with a very fitting title. Can you explain?
yes. It's called Class Dismissed. I'm a teacher, like I said, by day, and teachers, we go through so much throughout the course of the year, and we are always waiting for that we get out in June for a class to be dismissed. And so we did a show at the Stress Factory. We sold out over 300 educators
Nice.
there, had an amazing time. We're looking to take it on the road. And in fact, we're going to be doing some stuff in Atlantic City soon. So it's Class Dismissed, and it's just a great time for educators to come and have a good time, laugh, and decompress.
That's what it's about.
I love
I
it.
love
I love
it.
it. Now, I have another
Decompressing.
question for you. Are you still going by the good girl of comedy? And what does that mean? Are you really the good girl?
I am. I'm called the good girl of comedy, but I also have a slang saying, but don't get it twisted. I'm the good girl. I chose when I got in the comedy game 20 years ago. This year marks 20 years for me. I decided that I wanted to be clean. And in fact, another comedian who was not clean actually gave me that title. She was like, you don't curse and you're so funny. You should call yourself the good girl of comedy. And it just kind of stuck. And I've been known as the good girl of comedy from
Thank you.
from
I
that
love
moment.
it. I love
it sounds like
actually.
the good girl of comedy and the quality comedy king are a match made in heaven.
Hey, well,
Yes.
you know what? And you will be here Thursday, August the 15th
Yes.
to bring that good comedy to the Quality Comedy Series. So
Yes.
thank you guys. Well, thank you. And I know we cannot wait to see you live and in living color once again right here in the Virginia
We
Beach
see
area.
you soon,
At
girl.
Dave & Buster's. You take care, GL, and get home safe and go get them kids.
I am about to call them now. Tell them I'm coming.
All right, we'll see you soon, GL.
Okay, bye-bye.
Yes, bye-bye.
All right. All right, let's
Oh
get
my
this show
goodness,
on the road.
Q, you've really been taking the comedy world by storm, and we're about to make it rain on this show. First, we have an ancient healing technique that fixes everything from back pain to migraines.
Oh, and we're also getting a little bit of budgeting advice to clean up our finances.
And we're gonna help Quincy to redesign his office. But coming up next, yes, we are. Coming up next is a shrimp festival with Decoy. So we just started. Don't go anywhere. Yes, we're gonna help you.
Hey guys, welcome back to Living 757. Now, in this area during the summertime, of course, the Hampton Roads area, there are a lot of festivals, food festivals to be exact. And our next guest is from Decoy Seafood Restaurant and is here to tell us all things about this new shrimp festival that's coming. I'm so excited to get a chance to taste some of this. I'd like to welcome to the show Colby Cook. What's happening, Colby?
Not too bad. How you doing, Quincy?
I am doing good, but really, Cook? So is that the last name? For
Yeah,
real?
so funny story. I always, when I was in middle school and high school, I was always planning on my senior quote going to be, yes, my name's Colby Cook. No, I don't actually cook. And then halfway through high school, I did end up finding myself in a kitchen in a restaurant, and then, you know, just I fell in love with it, never been out of it.
Sometimes you can't deny when you have been touched to do a certain thing.
Just like Usain Bolt running track. I mean, it was meant to be.
Or like Quincy Carr, drive, no?
I mean, I drive a car too.
okay.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you drive a car.
All
Absolutely.
right, well, let's get into how we're going to drive to get to this festival. Now, tell us about this big festival that's coming.
Absolutely. So it's on it's on this coming Saturday, the 17th of August. It's called the Shrimp Fest. It's from 2 to 5, $39 for an adult ticket and $15 for a kid ticket. And what each ticket gets you, it gets you 2 passes to our food buffet,
Okay.
which includes these 3 delicious shrimp dishes. First one is our fried shrimp, perfectly hand battered and fried to perfection.
Fried to
This is some steamed shrimp right here with a little lemon on top.
Oh, that's what this is? Huh?
Absolutely. So it's actually a
How
little.
does that work?
So there's the half lemon in here, and what you do, you just kind of squeeze it on each of the lemons, and this little kind of thing right here prevents any of the
Oh.
seeds or pulp from falling and ruining the delicious shrimp.
Kind of like wearing a hairnet if you're a cook.
It ain't gonna get any of that hair out of there. It keeps what should be on and what shouldn't be on your food.
That makes perfect sense.
And then
okay.
this is actually, this isn't on our menu. It's an exclusive dish we just brought for the Shrimp Fest.
Ooh.
It's a
Hold up, let's
nice,
show this a little bit.
absolutely.
Look at that.
It's some crispy shrimp wraps stuffed with a couple different Asian spices. It's a little avocado, some ginger, and of course, beautiful shrimp. You can kind of see the tail right there. We have some Thai chili sauce. You just dip it in and just.
So you just going to eat it right in front of my face knowing,
Hey,
good and
brother,
well.
have yourself one too.
Well, no, you know
Well, they're
what? I
delicious.
have another question for you now that you didn't ate in front of my face, Colby.
Absolutely.
No, you know what? I'm actually happy that I get a chance to talk to you guys face to face because a couple of years ago, my wife and I, we chose to do a staycation, right? And Decoys is known for having like some cottages where you can be right there on the water. We enjoyed the succulent seafood right there on the water, man. What are some of the other things that you guys have that's on the menu, right? Because I heard
Yeah.
you got a new menu that just came out.
100%. We just came out with a new menu. Personally, my favorite, it's a New England lobster roll. And you don't have a whole lot of lobster rolls around this area.
Okay.
I was a little skeptical at first. Oh, I took one bit into it. Oh, the buttery of it, the bun, it's toasted to perfection. Some
Oh.
nice lobster in the middle. Oh, it's delicious, Quincy.
So is it like a sandwich or something? Or?
So it's. I mean, I guess we can start.
Clearly,
this
I
debate.
don't get out much.
Is a hot dog bun a sandwich or not? Because I mean, it's a split open on top,
Yeah.
top open bun,
Oh.
stuffed with lobster. Oh,
Yeah.
and it is delicious.
And so y'all don't cheat us on the lobster.
Of course not.
Because some people put the filler.
No, it's 100% all lobster, knuckle, and claw mixed
Knuckle
together.
and the claw.
Knuckle and claw. So they sell it in 2 different. They sell knuckle and they sell claw. We get the best of both worlds, combine them, and put it on a beautiful toasted bun for
Oh my
you.
gosh. Well, you know what? I am going to try one of these. Now it's got some lemon stuff on it. So how do you eat the shrimp if it's got
Yeah.
the legs and stuff like that?
So
I need to know this.
so how I do it, you kind of crunch right there,
Uh-huh.
and you take that off.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay.
And then you can kind of see this outer shell. You're gonna get your hands dirty today, Quincy. Just kind of peel it.
Peel it away.
Absolutely. And then
Okay.
you got a beautiful, nice little shrimp there.
Oh, buddy.
Hey.
And then you just take a
Pop in your mouth. Cheers.
Wow. Yeah. See, I'm
Nice
a
to
fan.
taste that Old Bay, can
Yes.
taste the lemon. Oh, it goes perfect.
Okay. Now I understand that you also have something for the kids too, right? I know it's
So
hard to
now
chew.
we're just crunching over here. So like I mentioned, the $39, both tickets gets you access to the buffet. The adult one gets you 2 complimentary beverages, alcoholic beverages, of course, at our tiki bar, world-renowned tiki bar.
Oh, nice.
So the kids package, the kids ticket includes all the food, 2 passes for the food, but instead of an alcoholic beverage, it's just a fountain drink
Okay.
or a soda.
Bet.
Exactly.
Okay.
And then we'll
Awesome.
also have live entertainment that day. We'll
Okay.
have some other drink specials. We're featuring our Bloody Mary that day. Kind of have that all ready to pulp out and give to anyone who wants it. So it's going to be a really fun day. Like I said, 2 to 5, but the tiki hours extend past that until 10 o'clock that night. So
go.
after the Shrimp Fest, you can keep on coming. We'll have a band retro there. You can keep on jamming all night long with us.
Keep on jamming right there at Decoy's Restaurant, right there in Suffolk. You cannot miss it. I mean, you got to use the directions. 'cause
As I said,
you-
put
you
it in
can-
your GPS.
Yes.
It's a little tucked away,
Yes,
but
I
trust
know.
me, it is a place that you
It's a
want to
place
be at.
that you want to be at. Thank
Absolutely.
you so much, Kobe, for stopping by.
Of course.
And I am going to I'm going to try this one because you said it's specially dipped in batter. And don't worry, ladies, Patricia, Ashley, I'll save some for you. No, I'm not. He's gone.
Quincy, you knew that I was about to tell you, you better save me some of those shrimp. So thank you for taking those words right out of my mouth. Our next guest is taking an ancient healing technique and bringing it right here to the 757 and to our Living 757 stage. Patricia is experiencing some cupping. This is Corinne Hupp from Hupp To It.
Oh my gosh.
Hi.
How are you?
Okay, so for anybody who is like, what is going on? What is cupping?
Yes, so cupping is a myofascial decompression, and basically I'm suction cupping, right? The skin, fascia, and a little bit of the muscle as well. And what it does is it's taking oxygen and blood away from the area, right?
Okay.
And so let's say Patricia's got some tightness in her traps, lower
Feels so good.
lower back, and we're going to deprive this muscle, this fascia area, of any sort of oxygen blood flow. And then once I take the cups off, then blood, oxygen, any sort of anti-inflammatory healing processes start to begin so that the muscles relax and you're able to get some healing, trying to increase range of motion, bring blood flow back to the area. And you'll see too, we're gonna have Patricia do some moves with the cups on.
Really?
And yeah. And that's gonna help the muscle and fascia flow through the cups as well so that every piece gets touched by a little bit of that suction.
Okay, so if somebody comes to you for a session, like what's the process? How long does it take? What do they need to wear? Is there any prep?
Great question. So basically, when someone comes in to see me, I will do a full evaluation with them, and that will kind of depend on where the pain is, right? If we're having back pain, we may focus there, a little bit of hips, a little bit of shoulders. I do like people to wear athletic gear just because then they can move around for me, right? I want
okay.
there to be some movement, especially because I want to see people who are athletes, people who are ready for, trying to get back to some sort of activity.
Right.
And so we will do that evaluation and then go through either a cupping session. I use some other manual therapy techniques as well, active release techniques, muscle scraping, like with a muscle scraping tool like gua sha or scraping. So anything of that matter. And then I'll give people exercises, rehab stretches at the end for them to continue on with their healing as well.
Homework.
Yes, homework. Everyone
love
loves
it.
homework.
I love it. And while we're talking about how a session goes, who all is cupping for? Like what all does it treat?
Yes. So it really can treat any sort of soft tissue ailment that someone might have, right? Whether that's just tightness in the low back, upper traps. Some people may have a little bit of hamstring tightness. A lot of my runners with their hamstrings and their calves as well. But any rotator cuff tendonitis, trying to think, lots of any sort of patellar tendonitis as well.
So when I was doing my research, I always try to do research so I understand before I talk to somebody on our show. Sure. When I was doing research, there were a couple things that said it can treat migraines and headaches.
Yes.
How does that work?
Oh, that's
really
a great
cool.
question. Yes. So I actually, if I had someone that was coming in with me with consistent headaches, I would do a little bit of this upper trap area.
Okay.
And then to get a little bit deeper, I would actually come in and try to do some active release techniques moves, which
Okay,
would
so
get
like stretching.
get into a little bit more of like the muscles of the, like right at the base of the skull that can
Right.
get really tight, cause those headaches. And so I would kind of start off with this to get
Okay.
those muscles to relax, because a lot of the tension can come from those upper traps.
Yes.
I love
well,
it.
that's really cool. So you said that this is the first stage. The second
Yes.
stage is getting some movement in.
Yep.
So can we see what that looks like?
Absolutely. All right. So Patricia, I'm gonna have you
Yes.
up on all
Oh
fours.
no,
and-
I'm so relaxed.
I know. I'm sorry. We have
so
to. We got to get a little bit
The
more.
best part of the show today.
We talked about this, Patricia.
I know.
It's time to exercise.
So let me
Okay,
have you
let's do
up,
it.
and we're gonna do a basic cat-cow move, right?
What is that?
Okay.
So,
So for anybody who doesn't know, cat-cow is something they use a lot in yoga and Pilates. It's a really good stretching technique. It's called cat-cow because first you bring your back up, arch it up like a cat, like a scared cat on Halloween.
it's a little harder to do with the cups on.
It's harder
There
to
we
do
go.
with the cups on, so that's why it looks like that. And then there you go, there's the cow. And it's because you look like the two animals when you're doing it, but it also gives a really good stretch through the back.
Actually, and I feel the suction on the cups, like when you move.
Yep. You're feeling that muscle kind of slide
That looks crazy.
through, and you can see if you got really close up, you can kind of see the movement through the cup as well.
Oh
Good.
yeah, that's wild.
So exactly.
I love it,
It's a
actually.
little
It
bit
feels
harder
so
to
good.
do with them on,
Yep.
but once they come off, then we're able to increase that range of motion that you might have been missing before.
I always think that
Alright.
DC was painful, but it's not painful at all. It's very relaxing. I love it.
Yes. And before we go, can you tell our viewers, one, where they can follow you and find you, but two, can you also take a couple of them off so we
Yeah.
can see what the removal looks like?
Absolutely.
Because like Patricia said, she thought it was going to be painful, but it's not.
It's not.
Good.
Actually, it's amazing.
So ready for the release? This is the best part.
I am ready.
right?
Ah,
So
yes. Oh my gosh.
we'll take these guys off, and then I will kind of do a little bit, and they do get stuck. There we go. And I will kind of try to bring some more blood flow back to the area. So we'll rub out the cups a little bit, the cup marks.
I
It
love
can
it.
cause some bruising. But yeah, so if anyone's looking to find me, you can book with me online on my website.
Oh my gosh.
Or
Feels so
there's some
good.
more examples of some cupping and active release techniques that are on my Instagram if anyone wants to see those as well.
Oh my gosh, I love it. Well, thank you so much for choosing
welcome.
me for this. Well, now that I feel so relaxing, it's time for food. And right after the break, Cooking from the Heart is preparing one of my favorite dishes, so don't go anywhere. All right, can I have a little bit more? Welcome back to Living 757. As I mentioned before, guys, you know that I'm about to try one of my favorite dishes, but for that, I need my special guest. Let's welcome to the show, Karen from Cooking from the Heart. Welcome, Karen.
Well, thank you. It's always fun to be here.
You just came back from Europe. How excited is that?
It was amazing, and so I decided to bring a little bit of Europe back with me.
I know, and you actually bring one of my favorite dishes, gazpacho. We're gonna get into in a minute, but now you went to Europe, and tell me about the food. Did you experience like a different
Oh
flavors?
my gosh! I went to France, to Spain, to Denmark, to Norway, Germany. Yes, flavors galore, and the markets are incredible.
Oh my gosh.
My husband was laughing at me because at one point we entered this market in France, and he was beside me. He said, "I swear to God, I heard this." Because I looked and there was cheese. It was like cheese forever, every type you could imagine. So yes, I love the markets there, and the food just delicious.
I know people talk about the markets are amazing. Like you have so many variety and
Yes.
flavors. Like I think it's great. Well, now we have this beautiful table right here. You're gonna prepare gazpacho. Now, take me a little bit about gazpacho and walk me through about what you're preparing today.
Great. So gazpacho is a Spanish dish, and if
Okay.
you're from Spain, you would call it gazpacho because they have that little kind of lispy thing.
Okay.
It's beautiful and it's super healthy and it's traditional and it's so much fun. We have it here sometimes, but it's not. I'm a purist.
Okay.
So I like it. I want it from Spain. And this recipe that we're doing today is from a woman that I stayed with in Spain. It was her grandmother's recipe.
Oh,
So
wow,
it's
you
a
told me
super
that. It was
super
amazing.
traditional.
Yes. So, and this is something that actually, even if it's a hot summer, you can come back home and just have it as a refreshment. Because when we say soup, people think maybe it's a hot soup, but it's not.
It's not. It's a cold soup. It's
Okay.
a cold soup, and it's made with all these incredible vegetables. But
Okay.
This is perfect for this time of the year when people's tomatoes are all ripe at the same time and you don't know what to do with them. And it takes like 5 minutes to prepare. So we're starting with 2.5 pounds of tomatoes. I'm going
Okay.
to throw them all in my blender.
Oh my God, I love these tomatoes.
Aren't these beautiful?
They're
You really
so
want to make sure
beautiful.
you get a good tomato. And tomatoes are great. They have vitamin A, they have vitamin K, they have they're hydrating. They're so delicious. Vitamin C.
All the vitamins that we need, especially now that summer is almost over. You know, we need just to recover our vitamins after so much being in the sun, I suppose. But now,
Yes.
gazpacho, well, we can just make it like another side of it, or just
Well, I like to make it for lunch. Just
Okay.
by itself, it's perfect. If I do it for dinner, I might have it with a salad or with a tortilla española, which is another Spanish dish. So
Yummy.
let me just tell you real quick. It's a little over 2 pounds of tomatoes. Really nice, beautiful, ripe tomatoes. I'm going to put in either one small or like part of a large cucumber. And it's all kind of, you know, it's not exactly, because in Europe, it's just, you don't have to worry about the numbers so much.
I know, right? We just worry about the numbers here.
Exactly. I'm going to add some onion.
Onions?
Yep.
Just a little bit onions?
Yeah, just about maybe either a tiny onion or half of a small onion is enough.
Okay.
I'm going to add
like
some
that.
garlic. Garlic, another great thing. It's a natural antibiotic. It's an anti-inflammatory. Onions
Yummy.
are great for preventing Alzheimer's. They're good for your stomach. I'm going to add some peppers. One red pepper has more vitamin C than an orange. So
Oh,
this
wow.
is super, super healthy.
So guys, we need to eat red peppers.
Yes.
I didn't know that. More vitamin C that I want orange?
Yes.
That's amazing.
Yes, like 3 times as much.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, it's amazing. So
And I see the color. How colorful is all these ingredients?
look
I
how
love it.
beautiful that is.
Uh-huh.
And so healthy. And the whole thing, when you're done, it's only going to have like 4 grams of fat for 6 servings of it.
Oh, wow.
And tons of fiber. It's going to really fill you up.
Okay.
So let's see. I'm going to put the
Some
juice
juice.
of a lemon. Yep. If you don't have lemon, you can use vinegar.
Okay.
But I
vinegar
prefer lemon.
works.
Yep. And just squeeze it on in there.
I
Ooh,
love it.
make
And
a
it
mess
looks so
everywhere.
much easy. Like you just chop everything in this in 2 minutes.
So easy. Yes.
How long you had to put it on the blender?
Well, until it blends, but we're going to kind of fake it a little bit today.
Okay.
So I'm just going to add a pinch of good salt.
Salt.
Yep.
Important.
And very important, olive oil. Spanish olive oil is amazing. I brought home Spanish olive oil, and it
Oh
got
my
all like
God.
bent up in my bag, but I didn't care.
And even if they ask you, like, why are you bringing oil? Because that sometimes happens when we bring oil from overseas. They don't understand, but it's amazing. Super good. So
It's
good.
so good. It's so worth it. All right, so this is going to be really loud because
Okay.
I bought this blender a long time ago, and
Okay.
it's super powerful. So get ready. Let
I
me,
know we have a little bit time, but yes, go ahead with that one so we can tell the viewers how long you can leave it there in the blender.
just until it's really
Okay.
pureed.
Every
So
puree.
there we go.
Oh my gosh.
That's
like
about
that.
it. Now this is going to be a little bit darker. I didn't put all the tomatoes in there because we're running low on time. I know we only have a few minutes, but I did make some ahead of time. And one thing that's really important, you see my strainers here. In Spain, it's a very thin soup.
Okay.
It doesn't have lots of big chunks. It's not like a lot of times you'll see it, it's almost like a salsa. But you would take this, you would pour it through the strainer, and then
And
you-
of course, because this is TV, we do magic. This is the final result.
Yeah.
I love it. So Karen, really quick, can you tell the viewers where they can find more of your recipes, where they can follow you also in Cooking from the Heart?
Well, Facebook and Instagram, Karen is Cooking from the Heart, and then cookingfromtheheart.tv. I'm just going to add a little garnish in there.
Ooh,
and
I love
voila.
it.
And
Look at that.
is
I don't know
it.
if the camera can see this. I cannot bend it too much. Ooh, right there. I'm gonna try mine. Now, from Cooking from the Heart, I know Ashley and Quincy are preparing a budget plan with a special guest.
You know, I think cooking is a really important skill for everybody to learn. It's a great life skill. And the same goes for what our next guest teaches all of her clients, how to budget.
We need it.
We do. We need it. We need it bad. So I'm really excited to have her here. I'm excited to hear some tips. Let's welcome Jada Elam, and budget coach. You started your own business. Can you take us back to the beginning? How did you get started?
So it was actually in college. It was around COVID time, so it was 2020. And I wanted to do something for college students so that they were able to actually budget their refund checks from their financial aid. I was able to save for my first car with my financial aid, and so I wanted to teach others how to do it. I did my first workshop, and it kind of just went from there. But I knew that money ran deeper than just calculating numbers, so I wanted to actually become a coach to teach them more about how to actually implement the budgeting rather than just trying to calculate numbers.
Got you. So then there's this thing about there's a connection to emotions and money. Like, explain that.
Well, I mean, if we think about it, money has really influenced how we live since the moment that we were birthed.
Right.
So where you go to school, the neighborhood that you live in, the car that you drive, and so many different things, to where now we understand that money can really affect how we view ourselves, how we view the world, and what's possible for us.
Okay. Cool.
Okay. Now I need to ask a personal question, and I gave her a heads up, guys. I'm not just like throwing this at her. I, as a mom, am somebody who would go broke for my kids. So what kind of advice would you give somebody like me who would give the shirt off their back for their kids, or anyone else they care about for that matter,
Right.
when they're trying to budget?
So that one is actually a big question that I do get, and the biggest thing I say is boundaries. So I don't like to use the word limit, but boundaries are something that keep us safe. So if you think about a stop sign or a rope at the edge of the cliff, it's there to keep us safe, not to limit us. And so you really want to make sure that you set that boundary, and as you practice it, then you're able to have more creative ways to stay within that boundary over time.
Okay.
Ooh,
So,
okay.
Yeah. So now that you have your boundaries set, let's get our boundaries set. You've got a board here. I see.
Yes.
That we've shown some images on the screen, but we got a whiteboard here. So can you demonstrate? Give us a
course.
mock budgeting lesson.
I would love to.
Teach me how to budget. Teach me how to budget.
So here we actually have the 4 main categories of expenses, and I love to go through these with all of my clients because they really speak to every aspect of our life. So we have our living expenses here, and these are going to be things that are really connected to our bills and anything that with a due date that comes out of our account each month. And then we have our savings. And again, these are also in order of priority. So if you're budgeting, you want to make sure that you're working through this in order. So they're numbered 1 through 4. So we have the living expenses here. Savings is going to be next. And we have some examples here for emergencies, vacations, and annual expenses actually very important because things like car registration can come up, sneak up really fast, and Christmas. And so we really want to make sure that we have that in our savings. Another thing is going to be investment/debt. And so I have those grouped together in one because I like to have my clients focus on one before the other. Normally focusing on paying off their debt before they start investing, just so they're not pulling themselves down wealth-wise before they start trying to go up. And then the last one is going to be fund/wants. And I like to tell people to separate their accounts based on the category of expenses, just so that we can have a lot more organization with our finances. So if you're going to budget for fund and wants and also for living expenses, keep those in separate accounts and not have them in the same one, so that you can then also lessen your stress and lessen the anxiety that it feels when you're like going up to the counter and then you're like, oh my goodness, if I spend this money, am I going to be taken away from my rent or my bills and things like that. So having these separate really does help on the day-to-day basis when you're spending.
That makes so much sense.
Got you.
I've
Yes.
never heard that before. That's so smart.
Yeah, and like, what are your tips for like budgeting when it comes to like interest rate, like bills versus natural bills? Like a natural bill is like your electricity,
Right,
your gas.
right. So the bills like that, if you're referring to like variable bills that kind of go up and down and fluctuate,
Okay.
so I definitely go for the highest that it could possibly be. So if you have a variable income and your income is not necessarily fixed and you know exactly what you're getting every 2 weeks or week, I would definitely go with the lowest amount possible
Okay.
that you could get. And then when you're budgeting for variables that are, expenses that are actually can go from high to low, I would budget those high and actually estimate those.
Okay.
Yes, so the
You
reason
can
why.
sit with us if you want.
Oh, yes, of course. Thank you.
I
Thank you.
You need to stand up
You don't
No,
need to
you're
keep standing
fine.
because now we get a little bit closer to understanding
Yes.
the tips that we have to. So reiterate that last part again.
So when you are budgeting for a variable income that can go high to low, I would definitely shoot for the low number when you're creating your budget.
Right.
And then when you're working with variable expenses that can go high or low, then I would go for the high.
Okay.
Just because you want to make sure that the lowest possible amount for income can cover the highest possible amount for your expense.
It makes sense.
Yes.
It makes absolute
That
sense.
definitely makes
Yes.
sense.
Okay.
I love it. Well, can you tell our viewers where they can find you and what all services you offer?
Yes, so you can find me on Instagram at Greenline Planner. That's green like the number, like green like the color green,
Yeah.
line like a number line, and planner like a budget planner. That's my little spiel that I always say. And some of the services that I offer are one-on-one coaching. So that's something where it's more intimate. We work together for 3 months.
Okay.
And then I have other resources like budget templates, through Google Sheets or Excel. And then I also have an app that you're able to use as well called the Digital Finance Planner. So all of that you can find on my website at www.greenlineplanner.com.
Awesome, awesome. Well, thank you so much for stopping by, Jada, and giving us this information. Now,
thank
I
you.
see that you obviously spend your budget right. Your fashion is good. And when we come back, we have the most adorable little entrepreneur who's guaranteed to make you smile. Stay right there because there's more Living 757 coming right up.
Welcome back to the coolest show in town. You know, with all the information at our disposal when it comes to toxins in our products, going all natural is really the way to go.
Yes, we
and
love
our
it.
next guests are definitely in for the mission. Let's welcome the ladies of B1 Essentials.
Yeah.
Hi!
Welcome to Living 757. How are you?
Great. How are you guys?
Can you tell us your name?
Akira.
Akira, what a beautiful name.
And Samandy.
Listen, Mandy, well, welcome to Living 757. Now, can you just talk to us about a little bit your company, when you guys started?
Actually, we started not too long ago. We started sometime, excuse me, last year. And our first event that we did was the Newport News Children's Festival of Friends.
Oh,
So,
cool.
like,
Oh my
yeah,
gosh.
so we had that opportunity to premiere our product, the Bumba series, which is created by Akira.
Akira, look at you,
Okay.
created by you.
I know, you're 6.
6 years
You're
old.
6 and you developed this line of all natural lip balms. So Mom, can you walk me through the process? How do you go through the process of making the lip balms?
Well, the main ingredients are what? No, I'm like beeswax and coconut oil.
Okay.
You know, so what we do is we gather all the ingredients, and this is, you know, she's 6 years old, so I think it's very important to teach kids, you know, just skill set
Right.
and money, so, and math, and, you know, they're all part
Oh,
of life.
yeah.
So, you know, outside of this, you know, she actually created the logo for the Bumba series. So she drew them. We went to the playground. We came back from the playground, and before we left, we saw a rainbow. So rather than the normal yellow and black, she decided to color the bees rainbow colors, and then she named them, and then she shows the flavors.
Okay,
love
wait a
it.
minute.
That's beautiful.
So each color, so a color of each bee corresponds with one of the colors
Yes,
of your
one
lip
of the lip-
balms.
Yep.
Yeah.
Did you do that on purpose?
Of course you did.
That's so
Of course
smart.
you did. She's
Now,
very smart.
you came up with all the flavors.
Right.
Which one is your favorite flavor?
Oh, which one's that?
Which one is this one?
Vanilla.
Vanilla. I
love
love
it.
that. And what was your favorite part of coming up with all of the flavors?
My favorites? My favorite?
How did you pick them?
Yeah, like how'd you pick them? You named them, right? So what's the name for that one?
Sparky.
Okay.
Sparky, vanilla
Sparky.
Sparky. I love that. So now, Mom, can you just tell us how important is for you to have a natural ingredients in your products?
It's very important, especially just trying to be more health conscious and just life conscious, you know? So I was looking at different other brands that have beeswax lip balms, and it's a bunch of words that I can't pronounce.
Okay.
So I just kept it really simple, looked up ingredients, and, you know, I feel like with kids, it's so hard to, you know, get them any type of products.
Yes, I
Right.
can feel
So-
like what you guys doing is great. Especially
Yeah.
that she is 6 years old.
Yes.
As a mom, what was the value in helping her create a company to you?
Well, the value is, you know, I come from a line of generation of businesses. So I have a business called Art Reach, which is a graphic design and branding marketing company.
very
Hence,
cool.
you know, her
Okay.
winning the logo award.
Well, I was about to say, it looks like she got the genes.
And then my mom was a tailor in out of Williamsburg. So But I would say, like, just teaching business, because no matter where you go, no matter what you do, it involves sales.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to sell yourself for any type of business.
And I think it's very important point that you just mentioned it, because even as a young age, something that you never learn maybe in the school is better than learning in the house.
real life.
Yep, real life. So now for all of those that they want to try this amazing product,
Yes.
where they can find you guys?
You can find us at B1Essentials. .com and
Okay.
spelled normal as you see right there.
Yes.
B1Essentials.com, and on August 17th we're going to be in Gloucester at the National Honeybee Day. So
I love that.
so
So what is
exciting.
next for you? What are you gonna now do next? You're gonna develop another product? You don't know? You're thinking about? She's like,
she's
I'm-
thinking. She said,
And before we go, you guys were linked up with us via our friend Andrew Hypes,
Yes.
who our viewers might know as Justin Timberlake's DJ.
Yes.
How do you guys know him?
I know him through the music scene. Just I used to host beat battles, and he.
If I would have known that before, I would have asked you to
not? We need
beatbox
to-
us into the next segment.
We need to do another segment coming back, and we're gonna bring her back.
I know.
So yeah, he's been one of my good friends for over the years,
Awesome.
and now he's her
Okay.
goddaddy.
Well, he's
Very
our
cool.
friend. But thank you so much for being with us today.
Yes, now from B1 Essentials to KB Designs, let's see what the buzz is about.
All right, well, we are buzzing over here. First of all, such a adorable little business lady, and now from one young entrepreneur to two adult entrepreneurs who can actually turn your home or business room from boring to fabulous. Love to welcome to the show from KB Designs, both Katie Beth and also I believe it's Kimmy. Kimmy, I had to get it right.
got it
Katie
right.
Beth, it was like Kimmy, got it. So, ladies, welcome. First of all, before we even get started, y'all just got some important news that you got to share on this show.
We did, Quincy. It was really exciting. So we were nominated for a Luxury Lifestyle Awards, which is an international company, awards company. And we were nominated for their Best Luxury Interior Residential Design.
So many words.
Yes, so many words, different orders, we mix them around. But for a particular project that we named Victorian Bombshell.
Okay.
And it was a special project, but we ended up receiving the award. We won it.
Yeah,
so
well,
it was a
congratulations.
big deal for
that
us.
is that is awesome. And the second thing I want to address, clearly you have the cowboy hat. I'm from Texas, and you got the boots. Show the boots. Let them see the boots. You got the boots. So now I'm assuming y'all are Dallas Cowboy fans?
Die hard.
Then we on the right. This is the right
Yes.
segment right here. Okay. So now tell me, like, how did you get into interior design? Because this is your business. Is that right, Katie?
It is my business,
Okay.
but collectively we have over 30 years experience together, and we are a team of 5 fierce women, so I hate that this couch isn't longer. We have everybody here. We started in 2020, right in the smack dab of COVID, which we were forced to get creative and start our own company. I'm a special needs mama. I actually moved to Virginia Beach to put my son in an amazing deaf program here in Virginia Beach, and when COVID started, virtual learning was a necessity, and I needed to interpret for him. They didn't have interpreters set yet, so my back was kind of against the wall, and I didn't have a choice, so I started the company with a huge prayer, like, God, if you'll just give me the nerve to jump, I'll point to you always. I don't know what I'm doing here. And then shortly after I started, I looked to my best friend of 20 years, and I was like, girl, I need you. We're growing fast, and so she takes care of all of our business development, and we're really blessed to work together every day.
See, that's what you need, is that one friend where you look to your right and they're looking at you like, what do you want? You be like, I want you to help me. And you did it. And that is so cool. So now we're like, 4 years into this business and everything. Now, here's the problem. So I have an office, and I sent some pictures. I don't know if we have pictures of my office. So this is how boring my office is. It's got an array of stuff, like that chair. That's where I spend most of my time. There's look at that. Like I got junk and I got stuff in the room, and so I sent it with the hopes that maybe you guys, look how boring that is. It's just plain walls and everything.
Right.
So, okay, this is where your expertise comes in. How do you fix something like that and make that better?
Okay, well, first of all, the first thing I noticed is you got a Cowboys pennant up, and I was like, this is perfect. I know I can put my heart and soul in this because I'm a huge Cowboys, Dallas Cowboys fan.
I am so happy we are on this segment
Yes.
together.
She did side note me on that. Was like, did you see?
Yeah.
Did you see?
Like, I'm going for this.
There it is, right there at the top. Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
and then the first thing that you see is that pitch where your ceiling goes kind of
lower to the ceiling, which can feel pressurized.
Yeah.
And it can feel like you're not very inspired to be in that space. And obviously you need to be inspired to do voiceover, comedy, and do all the things that you do creatively.
Yeah.
So I thought, how are we going to raise the ceiling? How are we going to artistically add texture and shadow and all that jazz to make sure that you feel inspired to be in your space? So obviously,
boy.
yeah, so we thought about the cowboys, we thought about inspiration,
Yeah.
your craft, and we tied it all together into one beautiful rendering for you. We have several views to show you.
Okay, I'm excited. Let's
Yes.
see. What? Are you kidding me? This is like, I gotta fire everybody that's never worked for me before office. Oh, that's a beautiful looking office. Okay, all right, so talk to
So,
me.
okay, so in the back wall, what we did is we took tambour, it's a beautiful wood trim, and we reached it all the way up the ceiling, so you can see that we drenched the ceiling in this color. I actually have
Yeah.
it here for you right here. It's called, I think it's called Indigo Batik. It is.
Indigo
Yeah, it's a
Batik,
beautiful
okay.
Cowboys color, right?
Nice.
So we drenched the ceiling with that and then brought beautiful wood tones all the way up the ceiling so that it would make the ceiling seem much higher, and we put a huge light fixture over top of your desk so you
Yeah.
have a lot of light. Even though this looks dark and moody, you have tons of natural light coming in the room.
Okay.
And then back behind, I don't know if you can see from this far away, but lucky for you.
You got me some
I
pictures.
brought, you can see, I did a,
Oh, hey, you know what? What's on TV, I don't think is doing this any justice. This.
so we did AT&T Stadium in the back, so that'll be your back view, especially if you're doing Zooms or anything. It'll be a true testament to the fan that you are, so we figured that
Wow.
would be good. Obviously, we updated your chair so that you can grow old with a better back.
Yeah, you know what? No, I can hold meetings in this room. Like
Yes.
this is crazy. You know, so first of all, I need to make sure I get my budget right, okay? Because I know the work that you guys put out. You know that it's not that it should be inexpensive because the quality is in the work.
Exactly.
Right. So lastly, I see that we've got this mock-up here. Now, is this of another business here in the area, or just somewhere around the country?
This is a local restaurant that we're breaking ground for in September. We're super excited to get started. So these are some renderings to just give you guys a glimpse of what we'll be posting on our social media and our website and Google and all that jazz when we break ground and we start to build it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, thank you so much. Now, where can people go if they need to get in contact with you?
I'll mess it up. What can we do?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah,
So
Kimmy.
our website is going to be www.kbdesign757.com. Social media, Instagram would be kbdesign_757. So they're going to be the two most popular places to find us. And we do have Facebook as well, and that's going to be KB Design right there. KB Design.
perfect.
And if you click on our website, you can actually you can book a link to call, a 15-minute call, just so we can get your information, your budget, the space that you want to work on, and you will talk to Kimmy, the beautiful Kimmy, on that phone call.
Well, look at that. Thank you, ladies, so much, and I certainly appreciate this. I'm going to
Yes.
take this with me because now I'm fully inspired, and I hope you're inspired because we still got more show next. Connor Pittman strums his guitar to end the show. Stay right there. Thank you, ladies.
Welcome back to Living 757. Stop, guys.
Oh, we are back having so much fun.
Welcome back, Quincy.
Yeah,
So
what
happy to have you back.
What a fun show.
Yep.
Good to see you ladies once again, and hopefully for the foreseeable next couple of weeks. Yeah, I'll be planted right here.
The foreseeable next couple of weeks?
Yeah.
Where are you going?
I said.
You're
I
not
don't
going
know.
anywhere.
I'm not
What?
going to.
Don't ask him where you going. He's not allowed
I don't
to go
feel like
anywhere.
I need to be on trial right now. Hold up. What do you have? I see that you got some lipstick on,
Yes,
but
he does.
but you.
This is lip balm from B1 Essentials.
Oh, she gave you a little
Yeah.
take-home
Yeah.
She gave us
Yeah.
samples.
Yeah.
It smells so good. She's
She
very
is so
smart.
cute.
Yeah.
Her name is Akira. She's 6 years old, and she
Wow.
started an all-natural lip balm company.
I love it. I
Like,
love it.
how cool.
Yeah, very
Awesome,
cool,
awesome.
actually.
Yeah, we got such so many of the coolest guests on the coolest show in town. I'll give that back to you before I fumble it and mess it all up.
Bumblebee.
You know what? I know what we want to make sure that folks also are aware of, okay? Be safe because it's still the thick of the hurricane season, right?
Yeah.
So definitely be safe out there, follow all the instructions, and I just felt like I needed to give that because
That is
there's
true.
so much rain happening in the area. So yeah.
There
Well, we
is,
did
there
over-
is. This is the time where the season ramps up a little bit,
Yeah.
and if you're somebody who has storm anxiety, you can hit my DMs because I do too. Okay.
Slide it. No, she did not mean for
didn't mean
anybody
that
to
because
hit
then
her
she's gonna
DM.
be very
You know how many
I
people?
don't mean it like that. I just mean when there's a tornado
It's-
warning in the middle of the night, I always
Yep.
text my whole neighborhood. Who else is awake?
Yep,
Oh my
somebody
God.
you gonna be having.
Yeah, but you don't mean that because then everybody's gonna be texting
32,000
you and
DMs.
calling
Next time I'm
you.
just
She
gonna
said-
text Quincy because he doesn't sleep.
She said if I have anxiety, you start texting you. No.
I'm not
no.
a mental health professional, just FYI. I was just gonna commiserate.
Thank you guys
Okay,
again.
yes. We
yeah.
have to say goodbye until next week. But before we say that, please don't forget to follow us on our social media platforms under Living757, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, all of it.
Yeah, scan the QR code right there on your screen too.
Yes,
Yeah.
you can scan that QR code, or you can send an email to the email across the bottom of your screen. That's share@living757.com. You know we love to hear from you guys. You guys are the reason we do this.
Yeah, and don't be afraid to send us any pictures because we love our segment, Living It Up in the 757. So if you're doing something
that is
cool in the
true.
area, send them to us. But we're about to let you guys go, and I hope you enjoy Connor Pittman as he's playing his song, Inner Samba. Deuces. Like straight out of a movie, he came from the hole. He made it look so smoothly. I don't remember breathing. 4 months of preparation, not knowing when to cave. A twist of expectation, I can see the end coming. You're in my mind, rent free. When we talk, it's effortlessly. My inner samba helps me to feel the things I want to delay. And this is a day that I can feel the weight in everything. My inner samba, my inner samba. I get that you need time, but you're still on my mind. A silent revelation. I'm okay if you're not mine. You're in my mind, rent free. When we talk, it's effortlessly. My inner samba helps me feel the things I want to delay. And this is a day that I can feel the weight in everything. My inner samba helps me feel the things I want to delay. And this is a day that I can feel the weight in everything. My inner samba, my inner samba.
Thank you.